The luxury real estate market in Sarasota is on fire, but the condo market is soggy. This was an article put out there by Sarasota Magazine. I'm going to talk about it in today's video, but also refute it at the same time. So please listen in to this luxury versus condo market update video. All right, let me start with like the subtitle in this article. It says, following record-breaking cash sales, the median single-family home sale price rose by 3.9% to $530,000 in Sarasota County, but the condo market in both counties experienced declines. Well, number one, I'm going to agree with that to an extent, and that in the market update videos that I always put out there, I always tell you that I'm basing my market stats on the Sarasota County single family home market, not the condo market, because of exactly what they're saying here, that historically speaking, it does this. Condos, townhomes, villas, that maintenance free, more like type properties, some properties that you own the land and many that you don't, condos in particular. Townhouses, you own the land in many cases, but single family homes are taken out of that mix, and it's for very good reason, to showcase the strength or weakness of a market. And while I do agree with this sentiment, we have had some record condo sales as well, but they've been in the luxury segment, right? So in the second paragraph of this article, it says it's not the buyer's market that buyers would have hoped for right now, even though there's tremendous price decreases. Yes and no. I think right now, okay, as I'm filming this, it's the middle of July 2024. This is a really awesome time for a buyer to buy because interest rates have not yet gone down. We don't know what's going to happen there, but there's word on the street, Inman reports stating that potentially middle or to end of September that they might lower the interest rates. So by waiting till the interest rates go down, in effect, you're actually waiting to pay more because the demand will rise. And therefore, when the demand rises, even with a high level of inventory, the prices will go up because the demand will say, hey, we've had more showings, now we have offers, and therefore quicker days on the market, right? Shorter days on the market. And therefore, it's going to just increase the prices. I just talked to someone just before videoing this for you, saying the exact same thing I'm telling you. So yes, also it depends on where. As I say all the time, real estate is such a hyper-focused business, you know? And so like, for example, down on Minnesota Key, it's just about a 9-month level of inventory right now. It's kind of gone down a little bit because a couple of these properties have sold. Woo woo! Congrats to all the people that have had these beachfront houses sell. So it depends on where. And if you're in a 9-month level of inventory, that is a very strong buyer's market. And I have a listing that's been pending on Anna Maria. It's the one that has the adverse possession property that we have to deal with. It's the one that's pending on Hammock Road right there in the canal. And that market is, last time I checked, it could be different as of the date of this viewing video, but it was a 19-month level of inventory. So those buyers have even more leverage, right? Get the prices down while you can is kind of like the name of the game. The article goes on to state, quote, buyers aren't seeing the correction they expected. And if they move in for a buy, move in, pun intended, for a buy, we're seeing low offers and lots of negotiations, Jennings said. I don't know if this is David Jennings. Shout out to you, David, if that's you quoting this. Sellers are trying to stay resilient and are motivated to sell because data is showing that even just over a year ago, they're still getting 2% to 6% more than what they would have spent on their home a year ago. Values are resilient and business is getting done. I will say, I just thought of this as I think David Jennings quoted that, for example, in a location like Longboat Key, it is one of those islands, one of those pristine locations that is last to feel a recession or a dip in the market and the first to see a boom back when the market shifts in a positive direction. And to that point, and to the point of this article, that luxury is in full swing, There is a home on Longboat Key that just set a record. It closed for over 19, it was 19.75 million, the Ohana house. And I did a whole video about that and another record-breaking condo sale. So check that out in the library. By the way, as an aside, I do have a listing for sale across from the Ohana house. It's a vacant lot listed. So inquire with me. You can build whatever you want there because that neighborhood will sustain it. Case in point, the Ohana house that sold for 19 million. So we have these record-breaking sales, in the area. And if you buy right, and listen, if you're not selling in a downturn, what does it matter what the price of your house is worth? I mean, like, I look at my properties and I wonder, and I sort of calculate in my mind, if I had to do something dramatic, then what would it be worth? But outside of that, if you're not selling, does it matter to you personally? And yes, to his point, okay, they are selling for more and they're taking a little bit longer. And you know what? Like, as we are sitting right here, it's about a 5-month level of inventory, and a 5 to 6 month level inventory is normal. And back in the day, and I'm repeating myself here, but like back in the day, $1 million listing, we would take a 1-year long listing agreement because it would take about that to sell. And some of these multi-million-dollar properties are taking even longer, and that just is what it is. And some places, the prices are not quite there what the sellers want. And if they bought, let's say in 2022, they're expecting their property to double, and that's not the case. Again, we've warned everybody that this was not sustainable. So yes, the luxury market is in full swing. One just closed up the road here for 4.3 million. Was that a record? No, the record for Minnesota, where I'm filming this video, was 8 million. And that sold not this past January, I think the January before, for a flat 8 million. It was listed for 7.5 million, sold for 8, not on the market very long. And that kind of set the bar for Minnesota Key. And then as you get up to Casey Key, the further, just the island north, those prices are vastly different. They're a lot more, like for the house I'm sitting in right here, 7160 that I have for sale, Minnesota Key, listed for 4.499. This house, a 3,800 square foot house on Minnesota Key, would easily be a lot more, probably broaching the 7 million mark, right? But this is a different island. It's further south. It's quieter. You take this house and put it on Longboat Key, and it'd probably be about the same as Casey Key. So again, hyper focused, hyper local. Real estate is very, very specific to your own address. It very much is. And, we could do these overviews all day long, but the condo market, yes, I do agree with the gist of this article. The article goes on to say that buyers won't tolerate things that they used to tolerate. Like, they weren't even doing inspections before. Now they're like, broken irrigation system. I want a credit at closing. So, sellers are starting to do like pre-home inspections. It might not be a bad idea for you to do a pre-home inspection. Now, if you choose to do a pre-home inspection, whether you're a single family home or a condo seller, just understand that anything that comes up on that pre-inspection, you have to disclose, along with anything else materially that could affect the value or the workings, inner workings, outer workings, whatever, of the home. I'm a fan of over disclosing personally. So pre-inspections are great. Just know that you have to disclose any items on your seller's disclosure forms. Okay. You don't want that to come back to bite you. But it could be a great tool in that you could even advertise that in your listing. Pre-inspection done, all items fixed or remediated or will be remediated for the buyer. It's a good selling point. And you can even just help that justify your price even more, right? Shifting gears to attacking the condo market finally here. So condo market inventory is, now when I say condo, it means townhouse, villa too, 6.3 months of inventory. That is a very strong buyer's market because a 5 to 6 month is like equilibrium. So 6.3, that's a strong buyer's market. Buyers have options. Condos, townhomes, villas sitting on the market longer. They have leverage. I mean, it just is what it is, I'm just the bearer of the news. I don't control the market. Realtors don't control the market. Part of the reason there might be an increase in the condos listed on the market or sitting, or the fact that they call this a soggy market, is probably due to the condo fees, right? And the fees, particularly on the islands. Now, when I say that, I also have a caveat going back to what I said. Like Longboat Key is a very, very special place. It's a luxury market, it's a condo market. It's both of the two things that this article is saying combined into one. These people have discretionary income. Even though they have discretionary income, though, they're always asking, what are my fees going to be? How much does it cost to maintain this property? It's always going to be a question on any, I don't care how much money you have or the wealth that you have. Understandably, that's always a question. And it's something that has gone up in some cases double and triple on the islands, especially if you're an older property, if you're within 3 miles of the coastline, if you're 25 years or older and you're 3 stories or higher, all of you are affected. Go into my playlist if you have questions about that. I did a whole couple of videos about the impacts of the insurance and the, oh my gosh, I'm seeing, I think, dolphins out there. I'm right here on the Gulf of Mexico, which I'll show you. I think I'm seeing dolphins out there. That's good luck. So understandably, these sellers are wanting to sell. If they're on fixed income, maybe even more so. So those are some of the reasons why we're seeing an increase in that inventory, coupled with the election year and the interest rates and all the things we always talk about. So to summarize this lovely Sarasota Magazine article up, I would say this: buy when you're ready to buy and sell when it's the best time for you and your family. Nobody can time the market. As much as we all try and want to believe, I will say this: the best time to buy was probably 5 years ago, right? Or you could say the best time to buy was yesterday. We know that over time real estate always goes up, and this right here, from now until September, so July, August, September, when lots of people are on vacation and the realtors are going up north, I'm here working for you and to sell your homes and help you purchase property. And this is a very sweet spot that we're in, especially if you're a buyer. But if you're a seller, capture that equity that you have. We don't know what the future holds. Maybe there'll be a little bit of a dip. We don't know. So I'm here as your resource since 2002. I work all the way from Anna Maria, all of Sarasota, so Manatee, Sarasota County, and on down to Charlotte County, which is where this great listing is here. It's listed for sale, 4.499. Please call me. I love the islands, and I'm going to show you around here. But I love it, and I want you to reach out to me. I'd love that very much. I can be reached at 941-544-7690 or email shaylatwit@gmail.com. Your calls, your comments, your subscribing, liking, commenting means the world to me, and I really much appreciate you for watching, continuing to watch, and thank you for the support, and please call me.